What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight! Okay, wow, we haven't done her in a long time. We're coming back to Brandi Carlile. Yes, indeed. Brandi Carlile fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bibbidi-bob, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from JFK, and this is actually one of JFK's 3 prioritized requests for the month of February for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, JFK. Hope you enjoy the show, man. JFK wanted to see me react to this. It is Brandi Carlile with a song called The Story. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hang on, I have heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by BBC Music. Okay, we'll see how this goes. And the video has 530,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Brandi Carlile, The Story. Later archive 2008. Cool. When I said who posted the video and it said BBC Music, I was a little hesitant. Still am. I've had issues with them in the past when it comes to copyright. They have blocked me before. It had nothing to do with the artist. It had nothing to do with the song, the copyright holder for the song. They didn't try to stop me, but it was actually BBC themselves who stopped me. And they're very protective of their intellectual property, man. They really are. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how this goes. I've had problems in the past, and then there have been times that things have gotten by no problem. But then there's also been times where they've blocked me and they've maintained the block. So it's a toss-up. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Let's just all hope for the best. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
All of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories where I've been, and now I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you've got no one to tell them to. It's true, I was made for you. I climbed across the mountain tops, swam out across the ocean blue, across all the lands and I've broke all rules. But baby, I broke them all for you. I'll make you even when I was flat broke. You made me feel like $1,000,000. Yeah, yeah.
guitar solo. Let me back up. I don't want to have to pause in the middle of that. Okay, couple things. Number one, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I feel like I may have heard this song before. I don't know where. But the melodic line that she's singing, especially in that first verse, sounded very familiar. But I don't think it was a female vocal line, though. I think it was a male vocal line. I think it was a male vocalist for the band that was singing this. So this may be a cover. And I don't know the song. Like, I feel like I've heard it before, but I don't know it. Like, if you were to ask me who did the song originally, you've got me. I have no idea. But I do feel like I've heard this song before, but I'm not sure where. And I don't know who did it originally. But I do feel like I remember it being a male vocalist. So anyway, but since I don't remember exacts, I mean, I can't really say one way or another. And then again, I could be thinking of a completely different song that just sounds like this, in similar to this. That's very possible too. So I don't know, just something about the way she was singing that first verse just kind of triggered a memory, and I'm like, have I heard this before? I like what she's doing vocally. I like the approach that she's doing. It sounds really good. First verse kind of holding back a little bit. Second verse turning it up. I like that. Chorus staying up. Feels good. I like that growth. Feels really nice. Kind of a laid back feel to the song as a whole. Obviously, when the song turned up, some of that feel disappeared, but it's still there. It's still there. It still has that laid back feel. It's not like it's pushing. You know, it's still laid back. It's just there's a little more energy to it now, a little more life to it. So anyway, guitar solo. Let's see what we're gonna do here.
I was made for you.
Want to switch it up.
You see the smile that's on my mouth. It's hiding the words that don't come out. And all of my friends who think that I'm blessed, they don't know my head is a mess.
Oh, flip there. That's nice.
No, they don't know who I really am, and they don't know what I've been through like you do. And I was made for you.
Sounded fine to me. I got no problem with it. Not really a whole lot to talk about, if I'm being honest. It's pretty straightforward. Let me get my thoughts together. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. And I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Brandi Carlile with The Story. This was a request from JFK. And this was actually one of JFK's 3 prioritized requests for the month of February for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, JFK. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. There's really not a lot to talk about, so I don't know how quick this review is going to be. This review may seriously be like 2 or 3 minutes long. Then again, it might be 10. I don't know. We'll just wait and see how it goes. Let's start off with the rating. Out of a possible 5 stars, I'm going to give that 4 stars. Yep, 4 out of 5 stars. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first of all, in the comments, can you guys please tell me if this is a cover? I swear, I feel like I've heard this before. But I remember it, I believe I remember it with a male vocalist, not a female vocalist. So, then again, maybe I'm thinking of a completely different song that this song just happens to sound like. That's possible too. I don't know, but like I said, when she was doing the first verse, something clicked in my head like, you've heard this before. And I'm like, I have? It doesn't, it sounds familiar, but it doesn't sound like this. I don't know. So, guys in the comments, let me know, am I going crazy? Is this a cover? Or does this just sound like a different song? I don't know. In any case, it sounded really good. It sounded just fine. I had no issue with anything I heard. From a songwriting standpoint, everything made sense. The chordal progression made perfect sense. It transitioned well from chord to chord. Everything sounded just fine. There was never a point where the song sounded awkward. Instrumentally, I like what was happening back there with the drums, playing very subtle, not too overly flashy, very laid back feel. Which was nice. Even when the song would get louder and the song would get more intense, his playing would get a little more intense, but the style and the pattern still stayed relaxed and laid back, which is not easy to do. So that was really nice. Guitars and bass sounded really good. I had no issue there. The cello, at the beginning I could hear it, but throughout the rest of the song, when the song came up, it almost became a non-factor. God bless him for still playing, you know, and putting in the work, but I felt bad because we couldn't hear him in the mix at all once things turned up. The vocal harmonies sounded really good. I liked those. Good blend, good mix. Nice rotational selection to create those harmonies. Sometimes thirds, sometimes fourths, sometimes fifths, sometimes inverted fifths. You know, it sounded really nice no matter what they were doing, so I had no issue with anything they did at all. Her vocals, really nice. Really nice. If I'm being honest, this doesn't happen too often on the channel, but in my honest opinion, I feel like her vocals were the highlight of the entire performance. Showing some great dynamic control, some great variations in approach and attack, showing some really nice pitch control. I mean, she never sounded like she was out of tune. Some nice scoops, some nice controlled scoops and glissandos. When the song called for her to be more reserved and, you know, softer, she would get softer. And then when the song called for her to be louder, boy, did she belt it. The first time she belted it, that kind of took me back. I was like, what? Oh, whoa, okay. Didn't see that coming. No, really nice vocal work from her overall. Definitely deserving that 4 stars, without question. This is not normally my cup of tea. It isn't. And I'm going to be honest with you, folks. Is this ever going on any playlist? No, it's not going on any playlist. Would I ever listen to this again? Let me put it to you this way. If somebody put it on Like if we were, like if I was driving with Mrs. Heretic and she put this on, I wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't roll my eyes, but at the same time, I'm not going to personally go looking for it. It's a really well done song. It is. I got no problem with it, but it's not my cup of tea. It's just not in my wheelhouse. Not normally. Now, maybe every once in a great while, I might be in the mood for something like this. It's rare, but it does happen every once in a while. Maybe I'll put it on then, but no promises and no guarantees on that. Now look, 4 out of 5 stars. I think that's a fair score. I think it's a definite earned score without question. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. I feel good with that rating, and that's where we're gonna stay. So 4 out of 5 stars. Final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then, by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.